Welcome back to yet another video. Even before I begin, I'd love it if you subscribed, press the notification bell, press that like button, please press that thumbs up button. It shows me that my content is doing something for you guys. Also, if you could comment and share, this way you're able to support the work that I do. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about something I've talked about quite a lot. I've done it many times, but I do not think that it is wrong to repeat. Repeating brings things to remembrance, and it actually now tells the person, yes, I need to do this, because sometimes a video can be that sign that you have been looking for. I want to talk about do not ignore the signs. Please don't ignore the signs. I love talking about the dating stage because the dating stage is the foundation of your relationship. It is what will build the continuation of your building. Like when you look at construction, you start with landscaping. Of course, they have to flatten the land depending on the land. Then let's talk about the foundation. They have to build a very strong foundation if this home is going to be able to stand times. If you're going to build a strong foundation for a mansion, for an office block, for an apartment block, whatever it is, you need a strong foundation to be able to build a long-lasting building. That's why when homes are not built on, buildings are not built on strong foundations, they collapse. And we have seen that a couple of times across the globe. Even here in Kenya, we've seen that happen a lot of times, especially when people were building for the sake of, they want to make money, but they want to cut corners. So it's the same thing with a relationship. Do not cut corners. Do not ignore the signs, and build a strong foundation. So when you notice red flags, some of you even see the Red Sea itself, do not ignore them. I'm not going to tell you to rashly pack your bags. I want you to first test the person. And if you see when you bring these things up, the way you did that, I didn't like it. I didn't like how you treated me. I didn't like the way you talked to me. I didn't like the way you did that. And for this video, let me put a disclaimer. I will not talk about abuse. I'm not going to talk about abuse. Please, I always mention in all my videos, if you know there's abuse, run. These are different red signs. Do not ignore that. If the person doesn't respect you and just continues doing it, marriage won't change them. A baby won't change that. They will get worse, because let me tell you, people are not foolish. People are not stupid. They know they're doing wrong, but they're like, this person can take it. Let me keep adding a bit more. Let me turn it up a notch, I did this the last time. They told me they didn't like it. And I played game and I said, oh, I'm sorry, forgive me, I won't do it again. Let me see if I can do it again. And if I do it again even more, let's see if they'll stay. So every time they keep doing something wrong and you keep staying, you keep taking that crap, you keep taking that rubbish, you keep taking that trash from them. They get excited. Oh, so there's so much more I can do. So much. Look at them. I'm treating them like trash. And here they are, still accepting me, treating me like a king, treating me like a queen. I can continue doing more. You pump them up to keep being more evil. If anything, you're becoming their enabler. You're You're making them feel like, oh, you mean I can be horrible? I can now let go and let loose. Here they are, I've treated them like crap, yet they have accepted my proposal. I'm treating them like crap, yet here we are walking down the aisle to get married. I have so much more to do in this marriage. Here we are, we've been married only a few weeks and they're still taking my crap. Here they are pregnant and they're still taking more of my crap. I can keep going on and on and on. Those are the kind of people who keep going on the comment section on social media saying how marriage is a scam. And yet you personally know. Honestly, even your bestie didn't need to tell you. Your best friend didn't need to tell you. Your pastor didn't tell you. Your colleague who you confide in the things because they have wisdom didn't need to tell you. Your mentor did not need to tell you. Your mother, your father did not need to tell you. You knew, but you just kept ignoring. You said, you know what, I can change them. Maybe I've been called in this life to change this person. I am the answer they are looking for. You knew. They cheat on you multitude of times, are still going back. I forgive you. Then they start crying, I'll never do this again. I'll never. I will be very committed in our marriage. You're pregnant and they're out there dogging on you. You're going through a lot of things in life and she's out there cheating on you. Do not ignore the red signs. Do not ignore the signs. If you talk about it with the person you're dating, tell them what you do not like about how they treat you, how they talk to you, how they handle you, and they do not listen. Yes, they apologize. They say, and then they confess that they will never do it again, but they keep recurring. And as I've explained, it keeps getting worse. Bounce, pack your bags, and leave that relationship. Pack your bags and leave that relationship. That is not your relationship. Yes, you may leave, and you leave that relationship and you find out they end up treating the next person like a queen. They end up treating the next person like a king, and genuinely they change. People change. Change is not impossible, but change is a personal thing, number one. And sometimes they were not for you, so you are not the changing element. Because sometimes those kind of people meet people with extremely high standards and tell them, if you want me, I cannot take your crap. So if you want me, you have to change. And when they see the consistency that this person doesn't want my BS, this person will not accept my crap, they change, and they genuinely change. So maybe it may not even be the next person they leave you for, or when you left they went for. It could be the next one. So don't look, you're scrolling on social media and you're like, oh my gosh, I should have stuck with this person because look at their lives now. They're treating this girl as like such a princess. She's getting the queen treatment. She's living the life I tried to build with this man, but he did not see me as the one. He treated me like crap, but here she is being treated like the best thing that ever existed. Here she is treating this man like he walks on gold, like he's the king of kings, seated at the throne of the palace. Don't look at that and feel like I should have stayed. No, that man, that woman would have still treated you badly. He or she was not meant for you. In life, we were not created to connect with everyone. The way I treat my fiance today, the way I treat my man today, my husband to be. Am I saying that I was horrible? No. I do not treat him the same way I treated the others who I dated before him. This one I have put on a different, this one I treat different. Why? Because I'm one, I gained a lot more knowledge, more understanding on men, and our connection connected in a way it was so easy for me, number one, to submit. Yes, women, I use that word. For me to submit, for me to easily love, even love affirming him. And I get the same treatment back. We both connected. That's what I've said in this video. I'm not talking about abuse. And I'm not talking about you being physically beaten, you could put in the verbal or mental or verbal, mental or emotional abuse. But I'm not talking about the big signs of narcissism, and I'm not talking about the big signs of physical abuse. Yes, I'm not downplaying verbal, mental, and emotional abuse. But that's not what I'm talking about. That there's those signs where you're being that's the word. You're being disrespected. Do not allow disrespect. Cheating is disrespect. Complete and utter disrespect. You've been loyal to this person and then they just cheat on you. and then expect you to be like, oh, I forgive you. Yes, forgiveness is good because it makes you release the person and you go free, but you can't keep bringing them back, keep cheating on you, keep cheating, and you're not even married. And you think marriage will change them. Whatever you brought from your dating life, you will only continue building in your marriage. So if yours is created on lies, cheating, disrespect, it'll only, as I've said, it'll only go higher and higher. You'll keep that building that apartment block that keeps going with more floors of damage. Yes, I have feelings for this person. Yes, I love this person, but I cannot tolerate this anymore. I'm done. Pack your bags and leave. Ahead you shall get the one that you desire, the one that you deserve, the one that you've been looking for, the one that you've been praying for, the one that you know is meant for you, the one. You will find them. And I would kindly advocate that when you see these signs, do not take too long to leave. Do not get so damaged that the next person is only getting 5% of who you are as a person because the person took 95% of you. Don't live so damaged that you cannot even trust anyone in the next relationship. Don't get so damaged that you say, you know what, I'm going into the next relationship as a bad boy, as a bad girl. Don't do that. See the signs. My mentor always says, it is better to lock yourself in your room. Cry your eyes out. Cry. Tears till you're in literal pain. If you have to go on your knees, lay down flat, cry. But you go, you leave. You will not regret.